Hello, everyone. I'm back. This is Michelle Rom's Garden Talk. Um, it is second video today. It is March 28th, and I am now inside because the wind is just too much. I could barely hear the strawberry one, so we're inside. Just a quick reminder here in Zone 6A, um, it is not quite time to put your sweet potatoes outside, but I would start them now. And by now, if you want to wait a week, that there's no, you have plenty of time. It's going to be probably a good, let's see, I'm going to say at least 6 to 8 weeks before I can even think about putting them outside. It has to be over 50 outside at night. Okay, during the day, of course, but at night it can't drop below 50. Um, they're not like a regular potato. They do require warmer weather. Um, And I don't know what variety these are. I've had this, I've had this strand going now for about 10 years. I just keep harvesting and then I'll save some and I'll harvest. I could have two different kinds. I don't know. Now we do sweet potatoes. We do sweet potato fries, mashed sweet potatoes, candied sweet potato pie, sweet potato noshi. I mean, we do all kinds of stuff with them. But to get them started, you're going to need containers. Either steal one of your mom's jars or get a plastic yogurt container or any kind of, you have butter container, anything small that the toothpicks will rest on. Okay, now you can use 3 or 4 as long as it sits in there. You're going to want a firm potato. Okay, no spongy potatoes. Very firm yet. Okay, now all I did, you want about a quarter to half the potato in the water. No more than half the potato in the water. And I change my water every 2 days because I have it inside in a windowsill. And I change just to keep things fresh and nothing gets, contaminated. Now you notice the color, there's a color difference. I do believe there are slightly 2 different varieties. This one tends to have a more of a purplish vine to it. And this one has green, a green vine, but it has a purple on the stems of the leaves. So yeah, I can't taste the difference. So it doesn't really make a difference to me. Um, I'm, I'm, I know. I believe that I had gotten my very first sweet potato to start this strand in the grocery store in the organic section of the produce aisle. I just took a couple of them. Now you want organics, you don't want them pre-sprayed. And then I just grew from there years ago. So they're still going. But I'm going to zoom in here. I don't know if it's going to, maybe if I, oh, there you are. You see it? Now these have only been in the water now, I believe 5 days. So this one already had some eyes on it. You can see, already had some eyes on it. Let me, do you see the roots already? Yeah, this is a nice healthy one here. And I have 4. You just shove them in there. It's kind of heavy. You don't have to use this big of a potato. I've used smaller and got just as much results from it. So, but that one seemed to be healthy because I put them in my pantry, which is a cool room where it's dark and cool, in buckets when I harvest them. And whatever I have left at the end of the season is what I grow next, season with. But and this one here is just now, you can see, oh, yeah, it's just now starting to, you won't be able to see that, to put out some roots. It's a little slower. I don't even wash them. I mean, I brush off the dirt, obviously, but I don't, there's nothing growing here yet. But it will. It will. I have quite a few started in the window, and that's how I get my sweet potatoes. Like I said, for me, I'm planning on at least 8 weeks. And by then I will not only have these ready to go in the ground, but I will have all the potato slips rooted and healthy and just ready. Now when these, let me zoom in here. When these get, they will get probably as big as a 12-inch ruler. You know, the kind you had when you were in school. Before calculators. Before all that, they used to give you wooden rulers, 12 inches long. And when they're about that size, you just reach down and wiggle it off. And I stick it in another glass of water. And within less than a week, it will grow its own roots. And then that's a plant. And you plant that. Now, I do a lot of raised bed and planters because our soil is the worst compacted gray clay soil ever. So what I use is about half of a barrel, a 55-gallon barrel or a whiskey barrel. It's a pretty big container. I have a couple of the plastic horse totes you get from Tractor Supply for water or hay. And I'll use those for my potatoes, but please make sure there are holes in for drainage. Sorry, Maverick, stop. I have a dog. I have lots of dogs. That sound would be him. He's got a toy. I'm trying to stop. Trying to get him to. I'm not going to get him to stop. That's his favorite toy. He sits there. It's rubber, and he squeezes it, and it's entertaining to him. But Mom's making the sweet potato video. So yeah, about 8 weeks, and when they're ready, and then when I get all the slips I need or that I want, I'll just even those. I'll put those in the ground too, and I will get tubers off of those. Now, when you harvest them, don't forget to cure them for at least 10 days. Don't be washing them off. You know, just brush them off lightly, and I put them on a table that's lined with chicken wire, and I let them in a shady, cool place, a shady, breezy place. You want them to dry out and cure for at least 10 days before you bring them in and put them in your cellar or your pantry room or wherever you're going to put them, because they'll mold if you don't. They will rot. But I'll do another video when that time gets here. And when I do the slips, I'll do that too. But this is March 28th here in Growing Zone 6A. We are starting our sweet potatoes. This is Michelle Rom's Garden Talk. Until my next garden tip, see you later.